we're talking some serious.
The 5 seconds.
I have to
all
get
over
rid of
it.
Echo because I thought he was gonna join us today. So now I gotta get rid of him. Say goodbye, little Echo.
Oh, I was gonna say I knew Echo wasn't. I talked to Echo earlier. He needs to sleep.
Aw, we watched this for him.
Yeah, we did.
That's okay. Maybe he'll join us next time.
He didn't even watch it because he knew he wasn't gonna be here. I
There we
guess.
go.
Wow, those are all separate pieces, Diggy?
Yeah, they are. It's a horrible system. I don't recommend it.
I was just gonna say, like,
it's bad. I haven't fixed it.
You can't even make the little box with a name one piece.
I thought about it, but I never get around to it. It's always Friday, so it always, as soon as I'm done with the whole stream, I don't think about anime analytics until it's completely over. You know what I mean? Or until next Friday. There we go. Alright guys, so welcome to this week's Anime Analytics. Oh. Silver.
Yeah?
Mute yourself real fast.
Analytics.
Oh, I didn't realize my keyboard was that loud. I'm sorry.
No
Clickety clack.
I'm being Larry today.
I was waiting for his snarky response. Oh, fuck. Oh no, I lost my train of thought. Welcome everyone to this week's Anime Analytics. Today we're going to be talking about Your Lie in April, which is more commonly known as Fuck Me, I Wanna Die. Holy shit, why did I watch this entire anime? It's 22 episodes long, and it's about our... What's the main character's name? Kosuke, right? Something like that?
Jose.
Kosuke.
Kosuke, there you go.
Alright,
As about our main character Kosuke, he is a prodigy in the piano, and he is just going throughout his middle school life struggling with how he just kind of deals with wanting to play his piano, but he like it's like I guess it's depression, right? It's depression because he can't hear the notes when he hits the piano keys. So he meets this girl named Kaori. That one's correct, right? Her name is Kaori.
Yeah, Kaori.
Okay. And she is a violinist, and she teaches him how to love music again. I guess that's pretty much it. And they go to competitions. And yeah, it gets really fucking sad, in case you guys couldn't tell from the rotating GIF images. And we'll talk about that. So before we get into absolute spoiler territory, what did you guys think about this anime before watching it? What did you guys expect from it?
I expect something cute, something subtle, something like really cute, really nice, and it was very comical too, which I really liked it. But by the drawing, I was like, this is gonna be different.
So, I knew it was supposed to be like sad or something because of what people had said about it. So I was expecting it to be some sort of feels train. That's pre-watching it. That's what I thought.
And Sunny, can you think that far back to when you watched it?
I'm trying to remember. I think it was in 2016 that I watched this. Yeah, either 2015 or 2016. I didn't watch it as it came out, but I don't think I knew that it was really sad until I had watched it. So it was all the more, like pow in the face. I think it was actually supposed to be upbeat, and then I'm like, oh, okay, this isn't what I thought I would get, and it hit all the harder because of it.
So this is one of those animes I'm actually a little bit salty about, but only because Larry spoiled it for me. So now we're gonna get into absolute spoiler territory. Now it's a full-on discussion, whatever you guys think about the anime, anything you guys want to point out. I absolutely refuse to rewatch this, because I remember it very vividly. So I didn't want to rewatch it, because I didn't want to get depressed. Just looking for the GIF images today, with in the background, I got so sad. I was just sitting down quietly in my chair. So in case you guys don't know, the Kaori, she has, what does she have? She has, it wasn't a brain tumor. It was like
she's
a
anemic.
heart
Which
thing.
one she's anemic.
Mm.
I don't think it was actually said in the anime
It
wasn't
exactly
said.
what she had.
But what did she have to get? She had to get a heart. Was it a heart What was it? It was surgery, right?
Yeah,
She did have to get
I
surgery.
do not remember.
it was. She went for surgery, quote unquote surgery. They didn't really say.
Mm.
I don't like. I just watched that part, and I don't remember them saying like it was
Anything specific, yeah.
like
Yes.
brain
Either way,
or
I guess
heart or whatever.
it's left nondescript on purpose.
Yeah.
Well, she's dying. It's pretty straight in the beginning. She's dying. She has to make constant hospital visit, and eventually her body just starts to fail on her. And she was the one to inspire Kosuke to be a pianist again, to start playing music again. But I've noticed they only played together once, didn't they? And once in the beginning and once at the very, very end, right?
Did they play together at the beginning?
They
the
played
first time
together.
they played again.
Yeah, they played together the first time. Their actual first performance together, where it was just bad, I guess. And then I don't think you could say they played together at the end.
No.
I will. I'll say
No,
they
he
will.
didn't.
Or shut
Like-
up.
That was so.
Like-
Oh my god.
I don't think him going into a trance and imagining a floating angel version of her playing the violin with him counts as them playing together.
They were playing together,
They were playing together, damn it.
even if it was in his mind. So, what did you guys think about the overall anime? Anything you guys want to bring up in particular?
Oh god, I fucking loved it. I was dead. I've said in the past, two things that made me cry: Your Lie in April and Your Name. That those are like the anime that have made me cry.
I watched the first episode. While watching the first episode, I was just going, "What is this? Why? I hate this. I'm gonna hate this anime. This is stupid." The entire first episode, because I thought it was just going to be the stereotypical. I mean, all the characters seemed like they were normal anime stereotypes in the first episode.
Mm.
Sad boy with glasses.
I like
Tomboy
sad
girl
boy
that's good
glasses.
at. Well, yeah, but tomboy girl
Yeah.
who's good at sports. That's best friend. Popular boy who's also friend. Odd girl from not inside group. It was like, this is gonna be a generic stupid ass anime, and I was like, why?
Everything's generic until you get 4 episodes in, and then you get to
Well,
see if it's generic or not.
Pretty much.
Let's see.
Well, I
so
mean, they
Moby's-
presented the first episode like it was going to be that. Like the whole thing was going to be like this generic, like, hey, they're friends in high school, and it's just a coming of age, and it's super generic, and these are super stereotypical characters. And then you get to episode 2, and you're like, oh, well,
It's
fuck
not.
me.
Yeah.
This is
All right.
this is not what I thought it was at all. Shit.
Zamobi says, so I need to bring up a foreshadowing that I only realized on my second one. Yeah, only Kaori first performance. Ishidori in numbers 4. 4 can pronounce as yon or she. However, she is rarely used because it sounds like the Japanese word for death. Oh yeah, that's what 4 is a bad luck number in Japan.
Mhm.
And this watch the last episode. In the last episode, you would never guess they were the same anime. Yeah, the last episode like made everything worse. That was
Yeah,
like-
you find out the reason why it's called Your Lie in April, but we'll get to that later.
That destroyed me.
I think
Yeah.
the last episode was done so amazingly. Like that shit was too good. You know, it was like when I got to the end of the anime too, I was like, he only played once with her. once.
Yeah.
That's fucking sucks. And then their interactions made me cry too. I was like,
Yeah, like, she only got to eat the chocolate after she was, wait, did she ever get to eat the chocolate? She did, right? Like, when they were on the rooftop?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's when she started crying that she didn't want to die. Oh my god! Fucking kill me. I never watched an anime where the characters actually feel so fucking human. You know?
yeah,
I
this
would
one was
totally
like,
agree.
this one was too human.
Yeah.
Also, Sunny can attest to it. I was the right before the part where you actually find out anything about Kaori, like actually.
What did you say?
being-
I need to go look. I
Yeah.
need to go look. She's in the
I-
hospital. She better have brain cancer. She better die. And I'm like, I don't know.
Like, no. My first comment today was like, because it was literally the episode right before you find out that she's actually sick. Like, they're kind of like hinting at like, oh yeah, she's probably sick. Oh, you're gonna be sad and things like that. But like, it's not actually outright said, and it was literally the episode right before. It's like, oh yeah, I have to go to the hospital because I have things wrong with me. I friggin' message Sunny. I'm like, this blonde bitch better die, or I'm gonna be so mad. Because
Were you
if
mad in the end? Were you happy
No.
for that?
I mean, like, for the story, I am glad that she died. Like, oh,
Yeah.
it's sad, and it's like, oh, like, it was, whoo, that, the scene, like, especially when they're on the roof, like, near the end and stuff, like, it got real. But just at that point in the anime, I think it was episode 14. Yeah, episode 14, Footsteps. I was just like, if they save her, if she survives whatever is going to happen, and there's a happy ending to this anime where they play together again, and she's alive,
Mhm.
I'm gonna hate it. Like, that would have ruined it for me, because everything was leading up to her dying and him becoming like, coming to terms with that, like how his mom died.
Yeah.
Like, it was a big circle of, hey, my mom died and I hate the piano and I can't hear the notes anymore because she was mean to me. Meets
I-
this girl, she brings him back, and then she dies,
Yeah,
and he
they're-
becomes amazing. Like, that's the thing.
Yeah.
If she didn't die, I would have just been like, no, fuck this, 0 out of 10.
I liked how in the beginning he kind of had a disdain for her because she reminded him so much of his mother, and it kind of just transformed into like just fixing what was broken in the past, but you still relive your mother's death kind of thing. I really liked how they made that connection for the anime, because you didn't know if he hated his mother or not, Like, I'm still kind of confused on that. I have mixed feelings about it, because his mother was very cruel towards him in some parts, but then in other parts it seemed like she was like he loved her, obviously,
Well, yeah, and she loved him. Like, as you get different flashbacks in there,
Mm-hmm.
there were times where it was like purposely showing she was mean and abusive and stuff, but like, okay, and all he wanted to do was play well to save her. So obviously he loved his mother, even though she was abusive. And then there's that one scene, about 3/4 of the way through, where they actually show him throw the sheet music at him and run off. And Sato is like, that was too harsh. And she's like, I know, but I don't have enough time left. So, like, you get the angle of she loves him,
Yeah.
but because she's dying and doesn't have enough time to give him everything she wants, that's why she's being so
Mm-hmm.
mean and angry about it and like abusive, because she just wants to make sure that she gives him everything she has before she leaves. So that was like, oh, that scene where she fell out of the wheelchair trying to get his glasses. Ooh, that hurt. That hurt.
Oh my god.
And another thing was that
Brings it
what's
back.
it called?
Hmm?
Another thing is that that they don't. I'm kind of like whatever on this side of the story, but how Arima made like an impact to all those other pianists. It was, if to me, that kind of felt like more character development for characters we didn't need. You know,
What do you mean?
because like they were cool and all, but like they weren't that important.
No, they weren't,
Goku
but
Kid and
it
But
shows,
it didn't. But it did increase the
Angry
anime.
Girl.
yeah, it showed that he touched more lives than just one person, but he was thinking about himself. Not say that was selfish of him, but you know, like he was just thinking about himself. He didn't realize how many people he impacted. That was nice. I like that a lot, actually.
I wouldn't even say it was that he was thinking about himself. It was more he was literally just thinking about his mom. And playing just for her, and it didn't matter what anyone else, like, he met those people when he was, 2 years earlier. They thought he was, a machine, and they were like, I wish I could play like that, and so on and so forth, because it was perfect. But he didn't know them. When he met them again 2 years later, he was like, wait, who are you?
You don't remember.
I don't
It was
know
important.
you. I don't
It
know
was
you
important.
people. My mom was dying. I was playing the piano to try to save my mom. I'm a child.
And then Mark said, "I loved how he was able." Wait, watching the first. Wait, okay. I loved how he was able to say goodbye to his mom, finally able to get closure. It wasn't all darkness with his mom. It was kind of like him making the shadow of her because of his guilt. Yeah, like, yeah, his mom beat him and shit, but I think he kept. You know, like when you look back, you always see the bad shit. You don't really look at the good shit. I think that was going on with them. She wasn't have been so hard on him if she had more time with them, probably. Yeah. Episode 10 was when the whole motherly thing that comes into play. Also the source of my first hardcore cry in this show. Also like that aspect, even though they did two rivals, but it did play out well. But it was like his anime could do 12 episodes. But it was nice because it shows like how important of a character he was. It made him even that more cooler of a main character protagonist. And even though they were small characters, they felt natural to the story. They did, and then they felt natural. And I kind of felt that without them, something would have been missing. Yeah, I see what you mean. They showed off the growth character, which was really nice. And then Dead Eye says, "I haven't seen it yet. Wrong time for you tonight, D. Another time. Gotta go."
All right, Deadeye Deacon. Have a good night. Thank you for dropping by.
Yeah, don't take the spoilers.
What was it? Z that said our first hardcore cry in the series. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure if this is just not just a me thing, but like I'm guaranteed to cry in almost any source of media if a mother is brought up, and I have no idea why. Like, I'll fucking bawl like a fucking baby. Like, the ending did not make me cry nearly as much as the whole mother scene. Like, that's probably the thing I took with me the most. And I don't know if that's a normal thing, but
No, that's kind of normal. Like, I would agree that literally the scene where she falls out of the wheelchair was way more heartbreaking than the last two episodes. Like, that felt more uplifting, even though Carrie died. Like, he was playing, he still reached her, which is why, like, she showed up in the sky and then fucking exploded into light and shit. You know,
exploded into cherry blossoms because it was April and spring.
Right. So, like, that felt more uplifting. Like, it was a she died, but there's a resolution, and like he's obviously going to grow and not hold that badly like he did with his mom. Like, so the ending felt like it was, you know, an upswing for the main character, whereas the the low point, like the ugly cry, was the mom, and the happy
Yeah.
cry was the end.
Yeah. Oh, this anime's just.
Also,
the two.
oh yeah, go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, you go.
No.
Like, I wonder where the best friend like stood in all of this, because we kind of get the main character. Everyone likes the main character. It was kind of strange too, because like when I watched this the first time, it kind of threw me off that like she said she liked the friend, but she kept asking for Arima. So when I saw this anime, I was kind of watching it that like that Arima likes Kairi or Coyote, but I never really saw it the other way around to the very end, and that's when it really hit me like kind of hard.
That's
And
weird
then-
because I mean, I got the complete opposite.
Like it was totally obvious that Coyote likes him, and then like as you watch it, I don't know, it's kind of like, oh, he's kind of like getting the feeling like, oh, I think I do like her, but I don't want to betray my best friend or whatever. But then the girl made me sad because it was like, oh man, she totally likes him. Like she
I liked the
sets
friend the
herself
most
up.
back when I
She
watched it the
was
first
cool.
time.
Well,
Yeah.
Larry, like the whole thing, like there was, like, quite obviously, he fell in love with Kaori, whether it was romantic, whatever. There was that entire scene where he was like, "Oh yeah, everything's gray," and then the friends had the discussion about that one girl who met a guy, and everything was colorfully and sparkly and in life. And then he met Kaori, and like the next episode after that, they showed him like looking off, and the cityscape was gray
like-
and got all, it started to light up, and there were little sparkles and stuff when he was thinking about her.
Yeah.
So like it was obvious that there was a feeling from him towards that. But then there was also like very obvious that the tomboy girl
Mm-hmm.
liked Kosei, but didn't want to admit it to herself because they were best friends from childhood. But she was always getting jealous that he obviously had feelings for Carrie, and then
Yeah,
she
like
tried
it was,
tried to date that fucking older Captain Baseball guy. Like, it was literally like every situation in this anime was super human and real, like real life.
Mm. Yeah.
Mark said, I kind of thought she liked him, but wasn't really sure. I wish Coyote would have pursued his emotions quicker. They didn't even get to that moment together, knowing that they loved each other. That made me sad. Coyote seemed hard to read for me because of how she was with Watari. Yeah. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
she
I
kept
thought
it like
that was yeah. Yeah.
she
what-
kept it
what?
undercover.
Yeah, she did. I want to say it was
Exactly, so-
obvious, but like it was like I don't know if it was just like a friendship thing or not toward the end.
What with
I mean, in the beginning, I didn't know if it was really a friendship thing, but like toward the end, I was like, wait, is she actually into him?
the
Ari and
What's her name?
Kosei.
wait, what's the tomboy girl's name?
Oh, that. Oh, no, yeah, she had a crush on him, right?
Ooh, Tsubaki. Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tsubaki. That's what
Yeah.
it was. Like, I mean, it was obvious throughout the whole thing that she liked Kosei. With Kaori and Kosei, I think it would have been a platonic like mutual love of music and like life. If she survived, like I don't think they would have dated or married or anything. I'm pretty sure he was going to end up with Tsubaki. Like that part seemed like, you know, once Tsubaki actually got over herself and basically was like, you know, hey, Kosei, we've been friends forever. I really like you. Please put it in me. They were gonna get it together. Like that seemed like that was where that part of the story was going, and like if Carrie survived, it would have been Carrie and Kosei musically being together.
I think.
Oh shit! Zamfer's one cool cat. Thank you, Zamfer.
Oh, hey, Zamfer.
Oh,
I
Zamfer,
don't
it's
think
been
I
a while.
agree with
Thank you so
that.
much.
I don't think Coyote should have lived too, like as much as I wanted them, because I don't know. I felt like it wouldn't have moved the story, or at least move Kosei. I don't know.
Say that again, Larry?
thought-
Say that again, Larry. I was reading what Mark said and missed what you said.
I just don't think she should have lived for the story.
Oh no, definitely not.
He's saying
If she, like I said, if she lived, like I said, I would have hated this anime. It would have ruined it for me. I'm just like, you know, as a hypothesis, if she had lived, they wouldn't have been in a romantic relationship, I don't think. They would have been in like a musical partner relationship. Whereas any romantic stuff would have been Tsubaki and Kosei.
What were you gonna say, Diggy?
I'm actually gonna interject and pause that right there because I wanna just go ahead and talk about our sponsors real fast. So you guys can collect your thoughts, thinking about your favorite characters, or even thinking of a rebuttal to what Silver just said. I'm just gonna go ahead and let the beautiful audience know about our dang sponsors for today: Hobbyholics.com, Epic Cosplay Wigs, and Weeb Apparel. They help sponsor the show, guys. So if you guys want to help support us, you guys can support them because they're all pretty great. Hobbyholics has anime figurines, Gundam model kits, and Epic Cosplay Wigs has Epic Cosplay Wigs. And Weeb Apparel has the coolest clothes. Like, their clothes is actually, like, top-notch. Larry, you have a jacket from them, right?
I do have a Genji jacket from them.
Oh, yeah. So if you guys want to
Honey has
help
a sweater,
support the
too.
show, then that is the way to do it. We also have our first Otaku Anonymous clothes out. It was designed by our lovely friend Isaac, who helped draw it, and it looks super fucking cool. And hopefully they're gonna come to our house soon because we ordered them a while back. So hopefully they'll come to our house soon. We could show you guys what they look like in person. But yeah, if you guys want to help support the show, that's definitely a way to do it. Now back to the podcast. There you go.
Oh yeah, I got paid today. I gotta go order one of those.
Hey,
Fucking Doug is on it! Exclamation point March to get Otaku Anonymous t-shirt. And Zamper, thank you so much for the sub. That helps me out so much. Thank you. You guys are one cool cat.
hey.
Sponsor hype. Hell yeah. Okay, so
Black or navy? Meh.
the navy looks nice. I actually kind of wanted to get the navy one. On to the characters. We had the two other side characters from the anime. It was the Goku hair boy. His hair looks so anime, but I loved how it looked. What's the word I'm looking for? It looked real. You know, it wasn't like stupid, crazy kind of anime hair.
Oh yeah, it totally like it seemed like completely realistic hair, even though
Yeah.
it was all
it
spiked up.
did, which was nice. I was like, thank you for being human. Thank you for this show not to be super perverted. I don't know. I really love Kaori's character too.
No, Smoby, not Tsubaki and Watari. The two pianists, the rivals.
Yeah, the girl with the long black hair, she was fantastic. Normally I kind of dislike those kind of characters who just come in, they kind of have this kind of attitude or disdain toward the main character for like no reason other than they see them as rivals. But I really like that character.
And then they flip to liking them.
Mm.
You know,
The
Yeah, exactly.
normal.
Very,
the
very.
the only side character, like those two side characters, the rivals, like it was obvious that they looked up and liked Kosei, and they were rivals because they wanted to be better than him. So like he was pushing them. That was the whole competition vibe between them. The one side character that I think the entire show could have done without was Goku Hair's little sister.
Oh, I liked her a lot. The little girl. I liked her
I mean,
actually
she
like
was
a
a good
lot.
character.
Yeah.
I liked her, and I liked the fact that Seto was like, "Hey, Kosei, you teach her." But I feel like that, like the entire story could have been, it would have progressed and been the same whether that happened or not. Like that was you know, I could care less about this little part of the story. The whole teaching his rival's little sister and making her better
I think that was
was
kind of nice. I don't know. I really enjoyed that part. Like again, it's all unnecessary. It seemed, like, oh, I have rivals. Oh, I'm teaching this little girl. Oh, it seems all unnecessary. But we see Arima in this stage in these 3 months of this anime completely change, and that's when it gets really intense because you see him like stage one, he gets past his mother. Stage two, he sees this girl who sees himself in her, and he learns himself from her, and then he learns his position as a musician with her because now he's a teacher, and then he goes back to square one with Kaori, in
Mhm.
that he doesn't just recycle it, but he looks at it as a different way.
right. I
I'm actually
mean,
okay with all that.
I liked the part of the story with the little sister and the teaching. I was just saying, on the overall story of the anime, that didn't seem as important. Like it seemed like when they introduced her, she was going to be like a mini Kosei. Like she played the piano, but then she was all like, she hid in the closet and like threw up and stuff, and like she needed to get over stuff like Kosei did. And I was like, meh. I would have enjoyed it just as much whether or not that those scenes were in there.
Mm.
Like you couldn't do this anime without Kaori.
Yeah.
You couldn't do it without Kosei. You couldn't do it without Tsubaki. You could kind of do it without Watari, without the rivals, without the little sister, but you definitely need the Sato pushing him past his mother. Like as like super important plot point characters, some of the side characters are like, oh yeah, it's nice, it's a good part of the story. It fills it out, makes it even more real, but it's you could get the story the same way, because you were saying, Larry, like you could have cut this down to 12 episodes,
Yeah, you really could have. I mean, yeah,
and
it's just
one of the ways to do that would have taken out the whole teaching the little sister part, because there was like what 5 episodes of that.
yeah, but like what we got from that arc was more development about Harima. I like how they kept focusing on that.
Mm.
Like they gave you a little snippet of the people, because we can't just have these people who all of a sudden change Arima because blah blah blah. So we give backstory of them, but the backstory that we get from Arima and how he develops as a main character is really good.
Yes.
Let's see. Wait. Let's see.
Yeah,
It
Nagi.
looked like it looked nice for being slightly over the top. That's what Mark said. They did a really nice job with those characters. I have no bad feeling towards them. I thought it was nice that they had the little sister. I think it was especially helpful with Kosa's growth as a character. And then Zimobi said Nagi. I really like the Nagi's arc. It taught me It taught Kosei a lot while providing me with the greatest insult ever of lolicon bait. I really felt bad for Tsubaki the whole time. She was able to see what she was feeling was wrong, but she still couldn't hold back. That felt really human to me. It's hard to control your emotions when you're in love. It can be really confusing as well inside. And let's not forget, they're just high schoolers.
They're middle schoolers.
Middle schoolers.
Middle
They were
schoolers.
kids, yeah.
Middle school. They're kids.
They're kids.
I mean,
Why are these
made no
kids more
sense.
why are these kids
Technically,
more adult
no
than
sense.
us?
technically American standards, they would have been like ninth graders, I think.
Yeah.
So technically, by American standards, they're high schoolers. Even though Japanese standards, they're middle schoolers.
And Doug retorts with, "I hate kids." All right.
Doug is doing God's work with his comments. They're just so insightful and help out so much. Thanks, Doug, for being here
Doug's great.
and giving us your super perfect comments. Awkward silence.
Doug's great. I said Doug's great.
Yeah, no, I know,
Still
but then
great.
after that, it just kind of
No,
everyone
I'm
just
so-
stopped.
So I said something, but I was on mute because I was yelling at my fucking dogs.
Oh,
Sorry,
animation.
I remember. I wanted to talk about the animation.
I
Fun
did too.
fact about the animation is that the creator of Good Smile, he loved this anime so much, and his favorite part of it was the animation. And his number one waifu is Kaori from this anime. So he went to undergo the structure of the full-scale model for Kaori done by Max Factory. And he wanted to make it resemble the final animation where she's across the train tracks looking back at him. You guys can actually look at the model. It's real cool. But he wanted it to
That
resemble...
model looking so good.
Yeah, that model is fucking beautiful because he was in the process of making it look so much like the anime. I liked it. No, that's just a fun fact.
That is a fun fact. I like that fact. Thank you, Sonny, for the link. I'm going to look at that
I
right
have
now.
that bookmarked.
It's a
I
beautiful
wanted to
model.
talk about the animation, because there were parts where, you know, it's normal animation, like that. You know, nothing spectacular, as you would say. Like, it's just okay. It looks good. Where they, you know, obviously whatever, but you can tell they spent extra time and effort with all of the musician, like all of the actual music playing. Like, I play piano, so seeing the mutes and everything
Mhm.
animated correctly inside the piano while it was being played, like, they show him push his foot down on one of the pedals, and then they show the actual, like, mute bar slide inside the piano and stuff. And I was like, oh, yeah, they went extra into detail for all of the actual playing of instruments,
Mhm.
where it was beautiful. Like, so nice. And you don't see that a lot, because most of the time when, oh, hey, there's instruments in an anime, it's they have their hand just like on a guitar neck, and it's just moving up and down, and their other hand is just going back and forth across the strings. You know,
Yeah,
things
I mean,
like that.
with an anime that focuses on music, kind of like Beck and whatever, you gotta be fucking accurate.
Oh,
and
yeah,
this shit was
Beck.
hella accurate. To be honest, when I first watched this, I don't remember the hands actually being 3D animated. I thought it was all hand drawn, but I was wrong. But I mean,
Oh, can you imagine though?
it was. I would have. Yeah, that would be crazy. But oh yeah, this shit was accurate, and this shit was good.
Yeah,
Hella
yeah. The
accurate. And those
animation
musical
for
pieces, I actually know some of them, which was like, it's kinda nice.
Speaking of the scenes where they're actually playing the music, that part when she started going off the track and started playing her own thing, and he had to keep up with her. That was like the best fucking part, in my opinion. Am I wrong?
That was the best part.
That was
That
amazing.
was the best part because that was the best part, and it made me sad after watching it because I realized they never got to play together ever again. And it was that part I was like, that's the why she wanted to quit piano and go to violin, was to play with them. And I was like, good lord, this anime, this partnership is fucking amazing because they were pushing each other. And you kind of see how Arima was with his student when he kind of pushed her while he was playing.
So, as before promised, we're going to talk about why it's called Your Lie in April. Sunny, do you want to take this part?
I mean, like, it's obvious at the end. She
I know,
said
but for
that she
people...
liked his friend, but she actually liked him. Oh god. Oh my god.
There was only one lie that she told on the beginning
Part
of
that I
April when she
fucking
met
died
them,
at.
and that was that she liked her best friend. It was crazy because like
It's
she
so
was there
hard.
I think the most sad part was that she was there the entire time. Like she was there the entire time, and then when she realized I don't have a lot of time left, she just said fuck everything.
You thought it
Changed her
evolved,
hair,
and they're
changed her
like,
style.
you thought they just grew to like each other more and more, but no, she liked him the whole time.
She liked him.
He was
Since
just the
ages.
inspiration to actually... Oh, that's
And
so sad.
she just didn't know when
He was,
to actually jump in.
He was her inspiration, then she became his inspiration. It's just like, oh my god.
He was
He
his
brought back
secret
whatever she lost.
admirer.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think one of the
She
saddest
was trying to
things-
be conniving and like get in there.
Yeah, she was.
I
She
think
was trying to slide through the DMs.
one of my saddest scenes was when she went right when I gave up. You asked me to do something ridiculous again, like play again. I was like, oh no, because like that's when you knew he was finally better. He was finally done. Like after like he got over his mom, he was finally like free. But then he didn't want to believe that she was gonna die. And then when at that last performance is when he accepted it, which was the last episode. But besides that, it was just like, oh, I'm gonna like he didn't want to believe it, which is why he made her say it again that they'll play again together.
Oh my god. And the cherry blossoms, how they made it resemble what spring is like in Japan. Like in the end, how she exploded into the cherry blossoms because when he met her, there's cherry blossoms all around them. It was really good imagery. It was all in the span of a year too, wasn't it?
No, not even a year. It was in one season, one
No,
spring.
I mean from the start of the anime to the end of the anime, because it took a year for us to go all the way back, and then he sees the cherry blossoms and remembers her, right? Like from beginning to end is what I mean.
Oh, to the very end of the anime? I think there was a time gap. Well, actually, no. Actually, he just read the letter. It was like a week after she died. He got a letter.
You want to reach out again?
And she told him one lie, which was April. On April. And then it went on for April. It went on till like October.
I don't remember any mention of like the day, so
It was one of the key. Oh no, it went all the way to December, because that's when he was supposed to perform.
Mark said, "Yeah, it was a year." Okay.
It was a year. Okay.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and give our final ratings and thoughts. Larry, do you want to go first? Or would you like me to?
11 out of 10. I think I get.
Damn right.
Out of 10.
What? Out of what now?
I think this was like they did this voting, like, hey, when you have kids, what anime do you want them to see? I think this one was like one of them.
just want your kids to cry their heart out.
Pretty much.
Larry, did you say 9?
I said 11.
You said
out of
11.
10.
Oh, you were making cry noises. I couldn't I couldn't understand the number you were
Who
saying.
wouldn't, dude?
Silver, go ahead.
I don't know. It was watching the whole thing, getting to the very end. Like I said, there were a part in the middle where I was like, if she survives, I'm gonna be mad. Like, then she doesn't at the end, and it's like, oh no! Like, it was all over the place, like in actual feelings and stuff. So, like, who, but like the actual music in the anime, the animation, the story itself, and how it was presented was so real. Like it was pretty perfect. I mean, I'm not gonna go as far as Larry and break the scale, but I would say this gets a 10 from me, because that's 100%. You can't go higher than that.
Mm. Sunny?
Like the others, I can talk about, how great the music is, how great the animation is, how great the story is, because it is. One of two shows to ever make me cry, and this is it. It makes you feel deep down in your heart. And that's something that a lot of things try and a lot don't succeed at. Like, it can make you sad, but it can't make you just feel it throughout your being. I loved this show when I first saw it. I didn't get a very good rewatch, but I don't rewatch things too much. It's hard to do.
Mm.
But still got really sad at the end. Reading off the letter and it's just yeah, I love you, and I'm just like, ugh, no. 10 out of 10. Very easy 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
Okay, so I don't want to give it a 10, but seriously, it's not that often where you actually find an anime where it's kind of just fucking flawless. And this, like, holy shit, right? Like, this anime is like, I don't see any fucking flaws in it. Like, it could not be someone's cup of tea, but like, it was perfect the way it was presented, the way it was directed, the animation, story, and exactly as Silver said, it felt real. I think that's like the most redeemable part of this whole anime. It's like, it feels like real people, and the fact that it's better than its source material says a lot, because that's often not the case when it comes to anime or dramas. But 10 out of 10, absolutely.
Fun fact, this anime is ranked 22 on my anime list. 22.
I don't understand. Is that a lot for my anime list?
Well, seeing my anime list has every anime ever listed on it.
It's ranked
it's
22nd.
probably one of the biggest.
You mean like ranked?
And it being one of the biggest anime sites that everyone uses. Yeah, that's a big deal. You want to know what's on this list? So Brotherhood is number one.
No. Let's go ahead and read chat real fast.
Yeah.
A lot of it's so...
This is hard. This is real hard math right now. To figure out what the overall score is.
Larry, go ahead and read chat.
Oh, my chat just got resetted. I lost everything.
I'll read. I got it.
I couldn't read it, so I popped it out and then it just deleted.
Where was the last thing? Do I have to go up past?
Where Z says, "This is my favorite fucking anime."
Okay. All right, I was gonna say, is it before I went to the bathroom or after? All right. So, Zmoby said, "This is my favorite fucking anime. It moves me to tears every time I watch it. Hell, on my second watch through, I'm pretty sure I cried harder than I originally did. The character feels so alive. Their pain is your pain. It is so hard to not sympathize with everybody. The animation is fucking gorgeous. The music is absolutely wonderful. It just hurts me, but it hurts me in a good way. Did this anime reach me? Did it reach my heart? Absolutely, without a doubt. 10 out of 10. Mark says, infinity out of 10, which doesn't work. This was an absolute masterpiece to me. All the characters were really well done and felt real. The symbolism, the story, the animation, it was incredible. And the music was beautiful as well. The feels were so powerful. If you haven't seen it, you have to watch it." And then I told Mark to damn it, give me a number. There really is no flaws in this anime. It's one of his favorites, if not favorite. And then he told me 10.
Awesome.
This
Yeah,
is
the
a
direct-
good show. It's
The
rated high for a
directors and the
reason.
producers they didn't really work on a lot of different animes.
So correct me if I'm wrong. In the history of anime analytics, I'm sure this one has the top score. Correct? Like it
Well-
beat Your Name, right?
So the math is super hard
It
because
at least ties.
I'm not letting Larry go the 1 point over. It's it's 10. Perfect score can't be more
Perfect
than
score.
perfect. So the math on it's super hard because everyone gave it a 10. So if everyone gave it a 10 and then you divide by all the people, it comes out to be 10. So that's a perfect score, and I'm pretty sure nothing else has gotten a perfect score, right?
Yeah, no,
Nope.
not, even Your Name got like a 9.7, right, or something like that.
Your Name got a 9.72, if I remember correctly.
Huh. Well, yeah. Okay then. This is absolutely perfect score. Mark even says it the best. Nothing can beat perfection.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, this anime was too good.
there have been quite a few that we have watched that we have given super high scores to.
But not this high.
Like, I mean, pretty much anything that we give a 9 or higher to is an amazing anime. But this literally is perfect.
And it's produced by Aniplex and a couple of other producers.
Mm.
Yeah, I noticed that on one of the episodes I watched. It was weird because I was watching it on Crunchyroll. And one of the episodes, like just in the random middle somewhere, the episode started and it was just like, doo-doo-doo, Aniplex. And I was like, the fuck? No other
Yeah.
episode's done that.
They do really good. They got some really good titles, but surprisingly, the producer and the director didn't really work on a lot of the different animes from what I've seen so far.
All
yeah,
right,
A1
so
is part of it too.
you guys want to hear the anime for next week? You guys ready?
I
I
No.
told Sunny because I was actually gonna have it Echo's choice this week and have Sunny come after, but since Echo did not join us today, I was like, okay, Sunny, go ahead and choose your anime. And he says season 1 of Girls und Panzer, so we'll be watching that for next week. You guys ever seen Girls und Panzer? Because I recommend.
If it's not your cup of tea, it's one of my favorites.
I'm gonna love it, but I just never wanted to watch.
just
I
let
just
it
never
go.
wanted to
Just
watch. I never wanted to watch high school girls drifting tanks.
Just
Okay?
let it go and
Is there one
enjoy.
season or 2 seasons?
It's 12 episodes, and then the OVA, and then a movie, and then there are OVAs coming out in like the past few months, and they'll keep coming out. There's like
Like,
four of
Cool.
them?
I have a thing for mecha girls, I guess you'd say, because I love Kantai Collection, fucking boat girls, one of my favorite things ever. And not for any weird reasons, anybody who gets any ideas out there. They're just super cute. Like, you take a cute Japanese anime girl and you add parts of machines to them, and it's just like, oh yeah. And then, like, I've seen gifs of Girls in Panzer. I'm like, oh hey, they're driving tanks and drifting them, and the tanks are cute. And I'm like, it would be better if they were the tanks. That's just that's my thought on Girls in Panzer. It would be better if
It
they
is one of
were-
my favorite shows. I love it so much.
I actually
We
like
have
it
to
a
take
lot
it for what
too.
it is, though.
It's I saw it in English, so I would actually I recommend watching it in English. I know, Sunny, you watched it in Japanese, right?
I have watched it in English and Japanese.
Which one do you like more? Do you think? Probably Japanese, right?
Probably Japanese, yeah.
But
I'm
was the
gonna watch
English
it in
bad?
English.
Was the English
No,
bad?
I like the English too.
Yeah, okay.
I just like the Japanese more.
It's actually one of those animes that are not bad in English. So if you guys just
I'm gonna know Puss. I'm gonna watch the movies too.
All
I mean,
right,
it's
so,
not like it spoils anything, so you're all good to go.
Do you want to give a synopsis for to what Girls in Panzer is, real fast, before we end the stream?
It's, I guess you could say it's like, so
I mean, didn't I just do that?
they're all on these giant school ships, and they face each other in combat and they have tanks, and they fight each other in the tanks, and it's really, really, there's a lot of attention to detail in how the tanks are. They put way too much, like a scary amount of thought into what it should be. So.
And they drift the tanks.
Yes.
And they sing
Drifting is
Russian
beautiful.
songs.
Yes. All the schools are themed after like a country, and they're all like weeaboos, but for that country. It's great.
They're
It's
weeaboos for their
Hetalia, but
own
with all
country.
girls and tanks, man.
But the show is named in German.
Yes. There's a
German-
German school, and a Russian school, and an Italian school, and a French school, and a Japanese school, and then there's like their school, which is just generic.
It's a German named Japanese anime about tanks of other countries being driven by high school girls.
Gonna be an interesting watch for sure. Let's hope I don't cry terribly this week. No, if you cry, it'll be out of laughter because it's actually really action-packed and funny at the same time.
If that's not a perfect like description of what Japan does for anime most of the time, I don't know what is. Let's take all of these disparate things that don't go together at all and make it work.
And put girls in them. Alright guys,
Yeah.
Thank you so much for watching this week's episode of Anime Analytics. I'm sorry we had to put you through that, but it was good. It made us
was
all to better
good.
people. Sometimes you gotta have pain.
So good.
Yeah, fuck you for making me feel.
Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna go ahead and roll out some credits.
Yay.
Boop.
Woo,
Credits.
Credits.
There we go.
Credits.
Oh yeah, strike witches, the plain girls.
There you go. There it is. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope to see you guys next week for Girls in Panzer and next Anime Analytics. But for now, we'll leave you with this. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Credits.